Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today we're going to do a deep dive into learning English using really simple conversations.
Exactly. And we're going to focus on super easy words and phrases, perfect for beginners.
Think of this as a fun and easy way to start practicing your English. Kind of like a little crash course in how to chat casually.
Absolutely.
Mm.
We're going to break down a simple dialogue step by step so you can start speaking English confidently.
To make things more fun, we're actually going to perform the dialogue for you first, like a little play.
I'm ready.
All right. So our dialogue is called Weekend Fun. It's about two people, Alex and Ella. They're chatting about what they like to do on the weekends, just casual chit chat, perfect for practicing your English.
And you'll be surprised how much you can learn from just a few lines of dialogue.
So are you ready to meet Alex and Ella?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Okay, here we go.
Hi, Alex.
Hi, Ella.
It's the weekend. What do you like to do on weekends?
I like to play soccer.
Really? That's cool. How often do you play?
I play every Saturday morning. What about you? What do you like to do?
I like to draw pictures.
Wow. Can you show me your drawings?
Sure, I have some in my phone.
So, that was a little sneak peek into Alex and Ella's weekend. It was short and sweet, right?
Absolutely. Now let's unpack it and see what we can learn.
All right, so the first thing that stood out to me was that question, what do you like to do? It's so simple, but such a good way to start a conversation about hobbies.
Yeah, you're totally right. It's like a magic key to unlock all sorts of interesting conversations.
And remember, Ella used it twice in the dialogue. First, she asked Alex about his activities, and then she used it to tell him about her own hobbies.
That's a great observation. It shows how versatile that question is. You can use it to ask about anything you enjoy doing.
Exactly. So everyone, remember this phrase, what do you like to do? It's your go-to for starting any conversation about hobbies. Try saying it a few times. What do you like to do? What do you like to do?
Another important phrase we heard was, how often do you? This is how you ask about how frequently someone does something.
All right, like how many times a week or a month they do it.
Yeah, exactly. Like when Ella asked Alex, how often do you play? She wants to know how frequently he plays soccer.
And his answer, I play every Saturday morning,
Sure.
tells us he's pretty serious about it.
He definitely is. So let's practice this one too. How often do you can use this for any hobby, like reading, cooking, or watching movies.
Okay, we've talked about what do you like to do
Mhm.
and how often do you? What else was interesting?
Hmm. What about when Alex says, "Can you show me your drawings?" That's a great way to show that you're interested and to ask to see examples of their work.
Yes, it's polite, keeps the conversation going, and shows you're really engaged.
And it's perfect if you want to see something, something tangible, like photos or drawings, maybe even a cool dance move.
Uh-huh, yeah. So let's add can you show me to our list of must-know phrases. It's perfect for expressing enthusiasm and curiosity.
Absolutely. People love to share their passions, so don't be shy to ask.
We've covered a lot, haven't we? Let's take a quick break and go over some of the key words we just talked about. Ready for a vocab check?
Yep, let's do it.
First word, weekend. What does it mean?
Okay, so weekend is Saturday and Sunday. Those 2 days when most people don't have to work or go to school. It's like saying, I relax on the weekend.
All right, next word, play. What does it mean in this dialogue?
Play means to do an activity for fun, usually a sport or game, like when you say, I like to play soccer, or they play basketball.
And lastly, the word draw. What does it mean?
Draw means to make a picture using lines, usually with a pen or pencil, like she likes to draw portraits.
Great job. We've learned some really useful words and phrases today. Remember, even if you're just starting out, You can have simple conversations in English about your hobbies.
Absolutely. And the more you practice, the easier it gets.
Before we move on to part two, we just wanted to quickly remind you, subscribing to our channel and giving us a thumbs up helps us out a lot. We'll be back soon with even more tips and tricks for learning English through simple conversations. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to our deep dive into everyday English. We're picking up right where we left off, exploring simple conversations about hobbies.
Right. Last time we met Alex and Ella, and they were chatting about their weekends. Remember those key phrases like, what do you like to do?
And how often do you? And of course, can you show me?
Those are like your secret weapons for starting and keeping a conversation going about hobbies.
And the best part, they're so easy to use, even if you're just beginning to learn English.
So let's put those phrases into practice. Imagine you meet someone new and you want to learn about their hobbies.
What would you say?
I'd start with the magic question. What do you like to do?
Hmm.
It's simple and friendly, a good way to get things going.
Exactly. And to make it sound even more natural, you can shorten like to just like segue. So it's like, what do you like doing?
Right, it just sounds more casual and comfortable, like how people really talk.
Okay, so let's say this person tells you they like to play basketball. How would you ask how often they play?
Easy. How often do you? Comes in handy here. I'd say, how often do you play basketball?
Perfect. And they might answer, I play twice a week. Or maybe I play every Saturday.
And if I wanted to see some pictures or hear about their last game, I could use our third phrase, can you show me?
Exactly. Like, can you show me some pics of you playing?
Mhm.
Or can you tell me about your last game?
Wow, it's amazing how much you can say with just a few phrases.
It really is. And remember, these phrases work for any hobby. Let's say someone likes to cook. You can ask, how often do you cook? Or, can you show me some pictures of your food?
Okay, let's practice those key phrases one more time. Just make sure they stick. What do you like to do? How often do you? And can you show me?
Awesome. Now let's add some more words to our vocabulary so we can talk about different types of hobbies.
Yeah, because there are so many different things people are into, from sports to music to art.
Exactly. So let's start with some common ones. How about reading? What does that mean?
Reading just means to look at words and understand what they mean.
Hmm.
Like reading a book or a magazine or even news online.
Perfect. And what about watching movies?
Watching movies means looking at films on a screen, right? Like at the cinema or at home or even on your phone.
You got it. And how about listening to music?
Hmm. Listening to music is hearing songs and enjoying the sounds. You can do that on the radio or your phone, even at a concert.
Awesome. What about cooking?
Cooking means preparing food by heating and combining ingredients, like making yummy dishes in your kitchen.
Okay, great. Now, what about hobbies where you make things? Let's start with drawing.
We actually talked about drawing earlier. It's making a picture with lines, usually using a pencil or a pen.
And it's like saying, I like to draw portraits, or she draws landscapes in her free time.
What about painting? That's similar to drawing, isn't it?
It is similar, but painting usually means using colors and brushes to create a picture on a canvas or something.
So drawing is with lines, painting is with colors. Okay, I got it.
Right, now let's talk about hobbies where you collect things. What
Mhm.
about collecting stamps?
Collecting stamps is gathering and keeping stamps just as a hobby. People who do that are called philatelists. Did you know that?
Philatelist, that's a great word.
And then there's collecting coins.
Yeah. which means gathering and keeping different coins, maybe from other countries or different time periods.
And both of those, collecting stamps and collecting coins, can actually teach you a lot about history and geography.
It's true. Okay, now for some hobbies that involve technology, how about playing video games?
Playing video games is interacting with a game on a computer or a console or a mobile device. Super popular, especially with younger people.
Yeah, and it can be a good way to challenge yourself or learn new skills. And of course, you can play with the friends online.
What about programming? That sounds more technical.
Programming means writing instructions for a computer to follow to make software, websites, and apps. It's definitely challenging, but it can be a very rewarding hobby. Could even lead to a job.
Wow, we've talked about a lot of hobbies. Should we take another break and review those new vocabulary words?
Yeah, let's do another round.
Okay, first up, reading. What does it mean again?
Reading is looking at words and understanding what they mean, like, I enjoy reading before bed, or he spends hours reading articles online.
Great. Now, how about watching movies?
Watching movies means looking at films on a screen. It's like saying, we watched a movie at the cinema, or she likes watching documentaries.
Okay, and how about listening to music?
Listening to music means to hear songs and enjoy the sounds, like, I love listening to music when I work out, or he listens to podcasts on his way to work.
And cooking.
Cooking means preparing food. It's like saying she's an amazing cook, her food is delicious, or he enjoys cooking for his family.
Okay, now for the hobbies where you make things. Drawing and painting. What's the difference again?
Right, so drawing is creating a picture using lines, usually with a pen or pencil, and painting is creating a picture with colors and brushes. You could say something like, he's such a talented artist, he can both draw and paint beautifully.
And last but not least, let's review the collecting hobbies, collecting stamps, and collecting coins.
Okay, so collecting stamps is gathering and keeping stamps, and collecting coins is gathering and keeping different coins. Like, her grandfather has a huge stamp collection. It's amazing. Or he started collecting coins when he was just a kid.
That was a lot of vocabulary, but we did it. Don't be afraid to use these words in your conversations.
That's right. The more you practice, the more confident you'll become. And if you're enjoying this deep dive, remember to subscribe to our channel and give us a thumbs up. It really helps us out.
And we're back for the final part of our deep dive into talking about hobbies in English.
We've covered a lot of ground, haven't we? From those must-know phrases to a whole bunch of vocab for different types of hobbies.
Yeah, we really have. But guess what? We've got one last challenge for you, just to help you, really solidify everything we've learned.
Are you ready to put your skills to the test?
I think so. Bring it on.
Okay, so think about your favorite hobby, the one you're most passionate about.
Got it. I'm picturing it right now.
Now, here's the challenge. Describe that hobby in English.
Mm-hmm.
Use those phrases and all the vocabulary we've been talking about in this deep dive.
Oh, I like this. It's like we're giving a little presentation about something we love.
Exactly. Imagine you're talking to a new friend and you want to tell them all about this awesome hobby you have. What would you say?
Let's see. I think I'd start by saying something like, I love to, or my favorite hobby is.
Perfect. Those are great ways to introduce it. Then you can use phrases like I like to or I enjoy
Hmm.
to talk about the specific activities you do.
And I can use how often do you
Mm,
to explain how frequently I do it, like if it's every day or once a week or whatever.
you got it. And don't forget, can you show me? Maybe you have some photos or videos that would really bring your hobby to life for them.
Yeah, I love that. It's like taking all the pieces of a puzzle and putting them together to make a complete picture.
Exactly. And remember, there's no right or wrong answer here. It's all about having fun and expressing yourself in English.
I think our listeners are ready for this challenge. So, to everyone listening, think about your favorite hobby and try describing it in English. Use everything you've learned from our deep dive.
And remember, practice makes perfect. The more you use these phrases and words, the more natural and confident you'll become.
Well, that brings us to the end of our journey into the world of hobbies in English. We hope you enjoyed this deep dive.
And don't forget, subscribing to our channel and giving us a thumbs up helps us make more fun and helpful content like this.
Thanks for joining us on the deep dive. Until next time, keep practicing and keep exploring the amazing world of English.
Thanks for joining the conversation here at Kaz English. We hope you found it fun and informative. Don't forget to check out kazapp.uk. That's kazapp.uk for more tips, resources, and interactive practice. Keep exploring, keep chatting, and we'll catch up with you again soon.